And so this picture depicts on building a new worker. And I think this is crucial. We ought to build our own workers as opposed to depending on Mexico for their workers. I discovered recently, while speaking with a Mexican, he tells me that in Mexico, when you're 35 years of age, you're just mysteriously fired from your job. And that job is filled by a young person. So after 35, you're done. And so young people seem to be having a chance. Now we see the drug trafficking and the violence down in Mexico. And when these Mexicans come over here to America, I see them unified and trying to, rob you and take your money and send it back to Mexico. I just don't understand that. Perhaps we need to beat up our citizens here just like Mexico, give them no opportunities, and when they go abroad, they will look out for America, maybe. And so this immigration thing here is looking like if it's the way Mexico is trying to generate revenue and exports, importing our dollars. And as I've said in the other video, that many of these farmers and others that rely on the Mexicans to come up here, I mean, it's a perpetual thing. As soon as they get the green card, as soon as they become citizens, they're gone a long time from that area. They ain't no farmers. They're going to see if they could qualify for some, food stamps and some other goodies from the government. And so this immigration thing is ridiculous. Mexico is interested in our immigration because, it brings in billions of dollars into their economy. And instead of them creating jobs and equity and trying to have a culture like America which works, they're just perpetuating that old-time, middle-aged culture so that the folks have to run out to the place to find quality of life. And many of them, when they come over here now, they operate like they're entrepreneurs, like we're so good at business. It's desperation. I mean, to run you out of town, come over here and, skirting the laws and doing things that we won't do. 40 people living in a house, scams and so on, and to make it. And so I believe that we're in America, we're trying to emphasize a perfect educational system in which we want to ensure that all our high school guys go to college and graduate. But I mean, this is a part of a problem with capitalism, our brand. We have so much educational resources that it's very difficult to not do what is being done today. I recall a high school that failed its students because they hadn't done any good work, or they hadn't done what they needed to do. And the college in the area said, come on man, why you fail these guys? We're waiting on them. And they had a program where they helped them out to come up according to them to the standard, and then they just accept them into college. And perhaps this is one of the reasons why we have this student loan debt, because many of these students don't have the ability to go to college. We should leave college for people who in a stringent and rigorous system up to the B's. The others don't work in the factories. And I think that all these helps we're giving these Mexicans when they finish, get the green card going and get food stamp and all these other things. Maybe we should give this to the students who really shouldn't go to college. Send these guys that drop out of school and want to drop back in. The judges should send them to the farm. Say you got to work in the farm for 5 years to get this thing off. And I think it will make a difference as opposed to sending them back to school, because in my experience they're not interested in school. They just want a high school diploma to go and come off the paperwork, and then they go back to trying a higher, slicker crime and so on. So I think that we ought to be working at how we're going to reduce the need for foreign workers. I mean, it's ridiculous. We can have all these people who think that they are genius and they should go to college, but only hanging around the place. Send them to work in the factory. I think this would make a big difference.